Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Guys, we have another tactic to review today. It's going to be from Neil Guides. This is gonna be his 352. Guys, this is the first tactic that I like from Neil Guides in a while, because every time I used to stream, like sometimes, right, Neil Guides would stop by, and I always told him, like, brother, I don't know what it is. I just can't use your tactics. Like, they just don't really work that well for me. It's weird because it's kind of like a combination of not working for me, but it's also a combination of it being way too meta, where it's like I have to sacrifice my own brain to play FIFA in the FIFA way, and I just don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I use a tactic, it has to be meta. It has to be, but it also has to feel authentic in a way, right? Because it's hard to do that in the next gen version of FIFA. Very, very hard, because the meta is literally the direct passing for the most part, and just, it's not even necessarily direct passing. What it is that you're just clogging and congesting the defenders as much as possible and pushing them back so you can get that one drag touch and then you shoot. That's the only way you can really score most of the times, right? Unless a person is not using a park the bus tactic. But if you guys play in the top 2 divisions, that's what most of the games are like, right? You guys can see from the Conte video, just from some of the attacking plays that I did, it's just a bunch of people back there, right? To be fair, this game is a drop back game in general, right? Most of the formations are going to do that, but people do the extra drop back on top of the already like base drop back thing that exists, right? So yeah, it's interesting. Neil Guides actually made a formation that I enjoy. It's like authentic, and it's also good for the meta of the game. Very good. It's going to be for the 3-5-2. I'm going to show you guys exactly how it lines up. And he does mention in the video what types of players he likes the most in each position. But from the gameplay, I'm just going to give you what I think works the best as well, right? It's going to be, so obviously if you want to watch what he has to say about it, you can go watch what he has to say about it, but you know. Anyways, custom tactics is like this, guys. So we have the 3-5-2 balanced long ball forward runs, right? So the defensive style is balanced, 45 for width, 47 for depth. Pretty good cutoff for the defensive system, because obviously with you playing in a 3-back formation, you need to be able to not overcommit too much, right? Because it's a 3-back, it's going to be easy to attack against if your player's not fast enough at transitioning backwards, right? Offense is on build-up play for a long ball forward runs, right? So this plays into the meta of FIFA, where you're just committing players forward like crazy, right? It's just attacking AI movements like crazy. And it's also about utilizing the our trigger merchants as well, right? Like just making them run like crazy. 55 for width. And then we have this for 6 players in the box. And regardless of whether or not he puts corners and free kicks set to 2, 3, whatever, I always put 1 and 1 because I don't like counterattacks, right? Instructions for the team. So goalkeepers, I always personally do comes for cross of sweeper keeper. That's just a personal preference of mine, right? To each their own. Your center backs are going to be untouched. Your 2 CDMs in this formation are going to be on cut, passing lane, stay back while attacking, cover center. These cards, they do get involved in your general build-up play. So let's say, for instance, you guys have the new N'Golo Kante card. If you play N'Golo Kante in a system like this, it performs well, because even if these cards are on stay back while attacking, they will still be the types of players that will allow you to attack in certain ways, because they're part of the build-up. You know, they're actually a big part of the build-up. So that's why it's always nice to have those types of players there. In his case, he was using Gini Wijnaldum as well as Patrick Vieira. So if you wanted to do that, you could totally do that, no problem whatsoever, right? But yeah, cut, pass lane, stay back while attacking, cover center for both the CDMs. He's working with 1 medium high, and then I think Gini Wijnaldum's a high. That's usually the combination that a lot of people go with. So you could totally do that. Your right mid is basically your actual right back, right? Like they're your actual right back. So you have this card on just come back and defense. That's it. Just come back and defense, nothing else. He was using Calabria. Calabria is an actual defensive player being used in that position. You could totally do that. I think that like the top tier players would probably be someone like Hakimi's team of the year and stuff, right? Like those cards would be great because they're both good at attacking and defending. More attacking because that's kind of the type of card that he is, but you know. Left mid, the left mid's on stay forward, get into the box with a cross and get in behind, right? So kind of place that tactic of long ball, what's the other one called, long ball and forward runs, right? So that works together with that. The cam is on comeback and defense, right? So from Neil Guides' video, he basically moves off to the right side. All of these things that he's saying is actually very noticeable in game when they actually do the things that they do, right? So the comeback and defense is going to be on the cam. Your right striker is going to be on stay central, stay forward, because obviously congesting the middle as much as possible is the meta of FIFA. So you want to be able to do that. And then your left striker is on stay central, getting behind, come back in defense. He transitions with this guy right here. He's constantly transitioning with the left mid. You'll see it from some of the buildups because we were using some of the wrong players in the wrong positions, because for the review account, I just work with whatever I have, right? But obviously you want to try to use the best players in the best positions as much as possible. I was using Dimitri Payet over there on that side, not his best position, I would say. Like, you could use him there for sure. I'd probably have to be on a hunter, but I would say the card's a little bit more outdated nowadays. Like, he's still good, but a little bit more outdated. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the instructions. Now, for the types of players that you want in this team, obviously, I tell you guys this all the time. Do not go for sentimental value when it comes to the defenders. Go for full meta every single time. I don't care. I'm sentimental value FC over here. I will use different players in different positions, but the defenders, you have to use full meta, okay? You have to use full meta because people will just be R-trigger merchants against you, okay? They will just hold the running, go to the side position, go for a driven pass on the inside, go to the side positions, cut back, wait for the cutback of the forward. So go full meta because defensive AI is better at defending than you are, okay? So you have to go full meta for defensive players. The rest, you could be a little bit less lenient, right? So even if you still use a Jorginho card, you could totally do that. Obviously, there's better options. If you have Patrick Vieira, that's going to be the better option. But I'm not too crazy about the types of players you want to put there, right? So if you use Jorginho and you use Palinha, Tonali, Patrick Vieira, all of that would work out really well, right? So those types of players. Your other CDM, you could do the same thing, honestly, right? It's try your best to get two players that can actually dribble at least a little bit, right? Because with Palinha, his problem is in dribbling and in passing, but he has really good defensive animation. So if he gets a team of the season card in the future and they improve the pace, dribbling, and passing of the card, I genuinely believe he's going to be one of the best CDMs in the game for actual defensive capabilities, right? I don't know if pro players will actually use him in their teams because they like a combination of players that can attack and defend consistently. But when we're talking about defensive capabilities by itself, Palinha is going to be that guy. Yeah, so left mid, you know, you honestly, for me, I would try your best to get like a good left-footed player, right? If you have like De Ketelare, right? If you still have that card, he's actually really good in that left mid position if you end up using him there. Try to get a left-footed player as much as possible, because from most of the attacking opportunities that I find, because of these stay forward against the box across getting behind, most of my opportunities come from shooting across goal with strong foot on the strong side, which Payet wasn't able to do sometimes. Like, I had to do a finesse shot sometimes, and that's not always ideal, because if you take an extra touch, defensive AI just goes back really quickly and blocks you, right? So food for thought, right? Cam, you can use any player that plays well through the middle. Honestly, he was using Neymar in his team. Neymar is very good in the Cam position. Bernardo Silva's new card is sick there. Just anybody that is capable of playing there. If you guys do... It's not out yet, but if Griezmann comes out, Griezmann would probably play in that Cam position really well too. That would be a very good example, but he could play in any of the attacking areas. And then the strikers, you know, you just try your best to get players that are as meta as possible, right? Like, obviously, Kylian Mbappe on this stay central, getting behind, come back in the fence would be fine, but he would also be fine on that stay central, stay forward, because his attacking AI is nuts. So me not forcing the getting behind of the card is actually a huge W to work with, right? But in this side, you know how you have stay central, getting behind, come back in defense? If you have a player that is capable of playing in striker and cam like Antoine Griezmann, he would basically be the perfect player. And it's funny because Neil Guides is even using him in that position too, because he really suits that role of, essentially, it's not like you don't have this instruction on it, but it's essentially like a false nine in a way, right? So that would work out best. I'm going to show you guys how the formation moves in game. We were using, I think, the League One team, because there was somebody I was reviewing, and I don't remember who it was that I was reviewing, but I was using the 3-5-2 when I was reviewing this card. But when I think I was reviewing a defender or a midfielder. I can't remember. I think it was Disasi. That's what it was. It was Disasi, and then I was using the League One team for that. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this little introduction. Again, be sure to check out the original video from Neil Guides. This is a channel where we do review for the formations and tactics. These are not mine, okay? So be sure to give credit to the original people. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the introduction, enjoy the highlights. I'll see you guys for the next video. Hopefully they do the player of the months today. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys. Nice. Tracking was good. Challenge was good afterwards. Nice goal. Good counterattack after. Nice. Mbappe doing Mbappe things, my boy.
Here's Mbappe. And tremendous individual skill. Chance for Correa.
Aw, Correa, you're still him, eh? You're still him, my boy. I love you, Correa. I love you. You're a foot legend for me. I love you.
Thomas Müller. Now, who can he play it to? Well, it could be on for him here. Wonderful block.
Deserves a goal. You know the AI be saving people.
And the electronic board showing 1 additional minute. Payet.
That's one way to score. That's just FIFA mechanics, boys. Let's be real.
Brilliant piece of skill. Messi. Well, the fans really want him to shoot.
Oh, we got rewarded. Good. What to say?
Messi. Oh, the
We got a penalty?
penalty it is.
Let's take it with him. Top left.
Scoring here. A goal.
Okay. We'll take it.
Hakimi. Axel Disasi.
Nice pass.
Hakimi. Now with Mbappe. Correa.
And it resulted in a goal. Good stuff.
Well, they have to have that sense of self-belief. It could happen for them. Can he play it in? And he's in. A goal.
I love that you use manual goalkeeping and I still scored there. I wish manual goalkeeping wasn't a thing, but I love it.
Use of judgment. Messi. Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe. A goal.
We'll take that. Good stuff.
Incision with the pass from Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, did so well.
Yeah, you can see that his he doesn't have like a free-flowing running animation, right? So when they're kind of through on goal, he's not like, you know how like Palinga has that free-flowing running animation? Like that thing is crazy to work with if you have.
Excellent ball from Correa. And up for grabs.
Deserves a goal, we'll take it.
Made. An incisive pass. Lionel Messi
That deserves a goal too, as AI saved him.
now and back underway. There's a slide rule pass. Mbappe.
Nice goal. Working with the open space there.
Big playing advantage, but it just wasn't there. Well, the referee saw it as a bookable offence.
I think he's got it absolutely.
And here he is, Lionel Messi.
Okay. Good stuff.
Hakimi. Oh, he looks threatening. Dimitri Payet waits.
Open space here there for the left side, for the cross. Cool, cool.
And return to Correa. It should be.
Good passes.
Mbappe's finished.
Hold up the space really well there.
Showing patience as well as persistence in the build-up. Well, they were very patient, but they no longer have the ball. Wonderful vision from Lionel Messi.
That's Mbappe doing Mbappe things.
Wilting under the pressure, and now they try to go forward.
We'll get that ball, score the opportunity right away.
Well, there you have it. The hosts have had so much of the possession, and that's been because of their ability to win the ball back so quickly. Their pressing has been excellent, and they just haven't stopped working. It's been a fantastic
Oh, they
performance.
could
up to
finish
now.
here, Stuart. Oh, really sound goalkeeping.
Opportunities that would deserve goals is the ones you don't score. That's why you need full meta cards to score them consistently, you know?
Stuart Robson, and with a chance to reserve their spot in the Champions Finals, the pressure is on. How do you see the match going, Stuart?
Well, Derek, they just need to put in another good performance because so far they've played some great football and they work so hard to win the ball back.
Might it be Mbappe? Mbappe. Messi. Mbappe. Can they convert? And
Mbappe.
it's in!
Can they convert? Of course they can. It's Mbappe.
Need to keep hold of the ball there. Messi. Can he put them in front?
Nice, good goal. Good goal, good goal. It's kind of crazy though, like you do in this game, the track back of defenders and the defensive AI is so strong that he still almost blocked that opportunity. Because I actually had to shoot it through his players, even though I did all that good extra stuff, you know? It's really nutty, man.